Hello, I'm Randall Buskirk. Welcome to Reading Emotions, Episode 1, perhaps. In this series, I thought we would explore learning about emotions. So this is meant to help us improve our emotional intelligence and not just learn to be happier, but improve our emotional health overall, our facility and skills in recognizing, understanding, and acting upon the information that our emotions give to us. So the phrase reading emotions, we often maybe think of it in terms of reading someone's face or their behaviors, their actions, and determining what they're feeling, the emotion that they're experiencing. It's empathy, right? But today, what I would like to do is look at emotions by reading newspapers. This is one of my favorite ways to practice and hopefully get more skillful about understanding emotions. Newspaper headlines. If you've ever looked at newspapers, they are still around, a few of them. Headlines are meant to grab your attention, and what grabs your attention is emotions. Something interests you, captivates you, makes you stop or pause and take note. That's emotions. So the newspaper headline writers and story writers know that. They deliver information because they can tap into your emotions. And that could be for various ends, but getting more conscious about how this process works, I think could be helpful. And that's what we'll do. So I just picked up a couple of local newspapers and national newspapers, and we'll just look at the headlines and see what emotions might be involved and see how it proceeds from there. So I've got a local paper. One headline says, forecasters get a hurricane model upgrade. So forecasters, they're thinking about the future, planning for the future. Anxiety, that's the emotion that's probably at work there. How do you predict the future? In this case, weather and hurricanes. Weather forecasters, weather persons, weather people, they are all about the future, right? What's coming? What's the chance of rain? Helping you to plan for your day, for your week, for your whatever, your vacation, your job, your day at the beach. Prediction is anxiety. And hurricane model upgrade, not only is that anxiety, but that might be a little bit of panic coming in. So hurricanes are dangerous. Hurricanes can threaten lives. The emotion that helps out there is panic. So panic is involved here in a soft level or energy level, perhaps, or a little more conscious mood level, you might call it. But by the way, I'm thinking of emotions from the standpoint of dynamic emotional integration, a model that was created by Carla McLaren. I'm a licensed trainer and consultant in that. So that's the model that I'm working with, emotions here. So panic and anxiety there, and forecasters get a hurricane model upgrade. There could be other emotions as well. There's 17 of them. They can work in any combinations and intensity levels. So here's another one. Gypsum plants store some of Florida's most toxic waste. Again, that's probably a fear, being aware. Maybe newspapers in general, they use the fear emotion because fear is about what's going on around you. So newspapers, their business is fear, right? And we're not saying that's good or bad. We're not valencing, as we say, emotions. They're not negative or positive. That's just, they're there for a purpose. And newspapers use fear because they're about news, what's happening around you, or what could be coming, or what did happen. So perhaps there's some fear involved in the gypsum plant's activities. Toxic waste, though. Sounds like life-threatening potentially. So we've got a little bit of panic coming in here, and the article's letting us know about potential threats to our lives, and we can take action, whatever action we might take based on that knowledge and information. So there's probably some anxiety involved there too. Could be some anger. You might be, that information might challenge your boundaries and what you deem important and what's valuable to you. So other emotions, what else could it be? Maybe some shame involved somewhere in there for someone around this story. The plant owners, is there an attempt to change their behavior based on shame? Perhaps, I don't know. But another story here on the front page. Americans mark Juneteenth with events and quiet reflection. Sounds like to me that might be a little bit of sadness, maybe some grief about our past, our nation's history. Maybe there's a little bit of, celebration in some way, or honoring. What is honoring? That's kind of a form and respect. That might be one of the roles of anger. Maybe there's a little bit of shame involved about ethical and moral behaviors. So that could be some of the emotions. Maybe there's a little bit of joy involved in a celebration and recognition of things that are bigger than ourselves as well. For some people, that might be part of it. So that's front page there. Let's see what else there is. There's, how about this New York Times front page. Greece criticized for not helping migrants at sea. Obligation to rescue. Well, criticism like that, there's probably some anger, probably some shame, it sounds like, could be part of it. Their behavior's not meeting community standards, global standards perhaps, or whatever this group is that's criticizing Greece's behavior. Article beside it, Blinken and Xi begin a thaw, if just a little. May not have pronounced that correctly, but at odds, but hoping to dial down tensions. So relations between the U.S. and China, they begin a thaw, if just a little. At odds, but hoping to dial down tensions. So it sounds like there was some anger there. Anger's about boundaries and relationships, but hoping to dial down tensions. So maybe there's some anticipation and planning for ongoing future relations. Maybe there's some anxiety, dialing down tensions, and hope. Hope is looking toward the future. Happiness. So maybe there's just a hint of happiness involved in that headline too. There's always a mix of multiple emotions going on, is the idea with dynamic emotional integration. How about another one? Let's see. Submersible craft with 5 aboard vanishes on way to the Titanic. Obviously, that's a life-threatening situation. Panic is at play there. Panic is the necessary emotion coming in to help rescue these people aboard this submersible craft. Panic, anxiety. The rescue teams are having to plan out their actions, so anxiety is helping them plan, fear, being aware of what's going on. There might be some anger involved. Could be other emotions as well, but that's just a brief look at that headline. Let's see what else we've got. Maybe one or two more. We've got, here's a headline for the arts section. Let's see. American comics flourish in a Dutch club. Happiness, joy. That could be part of the mix there. Maybe there's some anger. Who knows? How could anger play in there with boundaries? They had to travel to Amsterdam. So what does travel involve? It's crossing boundaries, isn't it? Just a few ideas there. Of course, the science section, what's that got? New war on bad air. Fear, anxiety, panic, anger, maybe some shame. Chronic noise proves deadly. Again, similar emotions probably at play there, helping to address that situation. Let's see, what else can we find? There's sports. Padres knock off mistake-prone Rays. Depends on your team, your side. Could be joy, and happiness. Could be sadness, depression, or shame, even if you're on the mistake-prone Rays team there, that particular game. Clark defies odds, outlasts McIlroy to win U.S. Open. Again, maybe some joy, some happiness in that situation, some shame, some sadness, some depression, even, who knows, anxiety. You could imagine a lot of emotions during that golf match. Fear helping them to focus, sadness helping one to relax during a game. Let's see if I can find one more here. Here's another sports section. U.S. men are now the undisputed kings of CONCACAF. Squad beats Canada to take Nations League title. I have no idea what any of that means, but pride, perhaps. Pride is an anger emotion. It's, telling you what's important, what you value, or contentment that you've accomplished a goal, you've achieved something that was hard won. So there might be some contentment and pride arising after that. So that's some of the emotions that might be involved there. And that's a little look at reading emotions today or yesterday in the news. Give that some thought. See how you might read emotions in the media that you encounter, or conversations, or in others, or in yourself. Does this help you to start to reflect on and understand better your own emotions and read them? Have fun with that, and see you the next time. Thanks a lot.